Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Solidion Technologies, a channel, a innovator of battery materials and components, and joining to talk about the commercialization process here and just kind of what we can kind of look forward to. Obviously, James Winter, the CEO, joining us. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Always a pleasure. So, investors are kind of having some concerns about the tech milestones being met here, the path to commercialization, and actually, turning this over into a profitable business. Maybe give us an idea of where we're at.
Well, I think it's important to remember the steps. I think a lot of the heavy lifting's already been done as far as getting the technology to the point where it would be acceptable to a OEM or another end user. The bigger issue is, and some of the challenges that we would be faced with in the near term are a lot of it is geopolitical, and then some of it is just the amount of manufacturing capacity for battery cells and battery packs here in the United States. The materials that we use when we feel like our material is very competitive, if not the most competitive with any of our competitors, are not the problems because we can make all of those domestically. The bigger issue is the putting the battery cell together. And for those who aren't familiar with it, you do have a tin can that holds the anode, the negative part, and the cathode, the positive part. Uh, there's very, very little manufacturing capacity for battery cells in the United States. So it has to be done elsewhere. But having said that, I think we're in a very, very good position if and assuming that what the market is telling us is true, that as long as the materials are made here, we've overcome a lot of the issues that would kind of sideline a would-be competitor or new entrant into the market. We can make the materials here locally. It's very difficult to turn them into a battery cell here locally simply because of the cost and the number of companies that are engaged in actually manufacturing the full cell.
Yeah, and just kind of narrowing this down a little bit because there's a lot kind of to encompass here. If there's one thing investors should focus on, if there's one thing the company's focused on, what would it be?
It would be the commercialization story going forward. I mean, as an officer, the chief officer of this company, I'm under fiduciary duty to deliver such results, and I certainly intend to deliver those results. Not sure what the timeline looks like, but we are internally making steps towards commercialization. Uh, there's a lot of testing to be done going forward, but we feel like we're making the right steps and we have the right product at the right price to get a commercial customer. And that's really, really the key to the future of this organization is to show not only that we can do it in a laboratory, but that the results that are gotten out of this laboratory are something that the customer would like to use.
On that note, we'll pass it off to the viewers as always. We'd love to know what you think and consider subscribing for news catalyst as it hits the wire. Of course, we'll bring it to you here. But on that note, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.